Hello, we're Jacob and Jenny, and we have arrived in Bratislava, Slovakia.
Yeah, we're just doing a quick day trip from Vienna, so we're hoping to pack in as much as we can on just one day. So we just passed through St. Michael's Gate and into the Old Town. You can see the gate right behind me. Huge watchtower, absolutely stunning. Apparently it's part of the original wall, the only part of the original wall still really standing. But as soon as we walked through it and you come into the Old Town, my goodness, it's just gorgeous.
This is the area that before communism was kind of more of the main central shopping area. During communism, a lot of people moved out of this area. It was pretty deserted. It kind of just like reminded them of the pre-Soviet era. But they did really well restoring this, and I'm so glad that it kind of did get restored because it's just so cute and charming. So we're now at the main square here, and as you can see, it is a Christmas market right now. There are lots of different historic buildings around. We kind of had to walk along the edges of the Christmas market to kind of see everything, but it does definitely have a kind of like a mishmash of styles. And also too, one interesting thing about this area is that there's cannonballs embedded into a lot of the different walls from Napoleon's time. So there's a building here that has it, there's some other buildings that we've seen has it. So it's just like it's just such an interesting like historic place because it has so many different, being kind of where it is in Europe, it has just like a little bit of Hungarian, a little bit of Austrian, and then kind of like the culture kind of just over time all mixed throughout. So it's very interesting to see all the different buildings around. But as you can see behind us, there is a Christmas market that is going on, and at some point today we might have to try some food or pick up some Christmas goodies because the food looks amazing, hearty, delicious. But I think for now we're gonna keep on exploring the city. So around Bratislava there are several different bronze statues, this one being the most famous, the Peeper. Reading a little bit about it, it doesn't really seem like there's too much like of a story or history there. It was just kind of put around town to make it seem more enticing to come back when the town kind of got like prettied up later in like the 90s. It seems to be like a huge tourist attraction though, and one of the most like iconic sites. If you see a picture from Bratislava, you'll probably see a picture of that. We'll try to get a picture too. So we kind of finished up our little walking around town just to kind of orient ourselves a bit. It's a very interesting city. There's just kind of such a mishmash of things going on here. One thing I really like about this city is a lot of the different squares are very like people-centered square gathering places. There's like something going on kind of everywhere. But now, more importantly than sightseeing, I personally think it is time to go get some local food.
Ooh, so it is quite cold outside, so for lunch we decided to come warm up a bit. We found a place with some local specialties and some local beer. It's in like an old converted church. It is just gorgeous in here. I think they make their own beer, so we got kind of the local brew here. And it is just oh so perfect. I can't wait for our food to get here though.
Ooh, so our food arrived and it looks so good. We got a sampler platter, which is kind of a standard thing here on the menu. I think it's good for us, so we can try a little bit of everything. It is 3 different kind of dumplings. One is a cabbage, I think bacon dumpling. One is pierogies. And then the other one is like a cheesy dumpling. I'm gonna go for this cabbage one first. I was thinking that this would not work with 2. I was like, oh, this is gonna be too small for 2 people, but it's huge. So I'm glad we just ordered one. That is very good. It's like sauerkraut and dough and just like warm, soft dough. A little bit sour. Just starchy goodness.
The next thing we have here is, I think, potato dumplings in like a sheep's cheese. It looks pretty good. Oh my gosh, that's good. It's so cheesy, so creamy. The cheese is a very like fresh, kind of a mild cheese, but very, very nice. And I think there's little chunks of bacon or something on top that adds an extra little pop and some crispiness. And oh man, this is just so good. Like such good food to like warm you up on a cold day. Oh man, so hearty, so delicious. So I think that brings us to our last thing, which is the pierogies, which I think are filled with the same sort of cheese that's on these dumplings. But it's in a pierogi, so in a little pouch, and it looks like it has some dill and some sour cream on it. All right. Ooh. That sour cream has a little bit of a sour kick to it. It kind of tastes a little bit different than the sour cream I'm used to. I can't really explain it, but that was definitely noteworthy. The pierogies are probably a little different than some of the pierogies I've had in the past, but usually I have I think in these States we normally get Polish style pierogies. These are very big and the dough is very fluffy. And it's, again, just so fresh, so good tasting. I think we're going to enjoy devouring the rest of this meal.
So upon trying the sour cream myself, I think it might just be fresh sour cream. We're used to packaged sour cream, and so I think that just for the first time trying it fresh, it just tastes different because it's like good quality ingredients. Go figure. Ooh, we had a good meal, we're well fed. I think we're ready to brave the cold again and see a little more sights. So this is the Blue Church of St. Elizabeth, which is one of the, it's a little bit away from kind of where the old town is, but you can come across the street to quickly see this just incredible, I think, another like iconic picture of Bratislava here, and you can take some pictures, look around, just admire the architecture style of it here. Oh, it looks like a birthday cake. It almost looks like the blue is like fondant, and yeah, I've never quite seen a church that looks like this, but it's kind of fun. The opening hours are pretty limited, so you're kind of just admiring the outside, but it is kind of a nice way to see walk through another neighborhood and just see something that's beautiful in town. Ooh, we're gonna go attempt to see the UFO up close. That involves crossing a bridge, so we'll see how I handle that. That's scary. Ooh, on a windy day, there's an elevator inside of there. Is that how it works?
Yeah, I think in the leg.
In the leg. I think I can do it. I can do it. I think I can do it. Ooh, so we're in the UFO bar now, and we went to the top observation deck, which I didn't realize exactly where we were going to, and it was just like the wind was howling and it was just outside. How do I get out of here? That was terrifying for me. So now we're in the bar area, and we get some nice views of the city. I wish we had booked maybe dinner here instead, because you actually get a table. We're just kind of at the bar area. But if you want to come see if you want a very good overlook of the city, this is the place to come.
Made it.
I made it over. I made it up and down the elevator, but I still have to make it over this bridge one more time.
So the UFO, where we just were, is actually a relic of the Soviet era in this country. So the Soviets built it as kind of a monumental bridge across the river. But nowadays, people don't really like how it looks that much, even though it is very distinctive, kind of a monument, a well-known monument in Bratislava. But the good part about going up there is not only can you see all of the beautiful area, you don't see the UFO itself. So that might be a good thing if you don't think it's all that impressive. But I kind of like the way it looks. It's very unique, very kind of retro modern. So before we called it a night, we had to stop by the Christmas markets again. Oh man, they are packed. There are so many people here, but there's so much good food. We decided to get a little bit of dessert. I got this little dude. I don't know what it's called. I don't know how to pronounce any of the words. I think it's a potato kind of pancake wrapped around some filling. There was a lot of different flavors. We got plum filling with like some poppy seeds on top. All right, let's try this guy. Ooh, it's really long. Not sure the best way to eat this without making a mess. Let's just kind of wrap it up like this. So plum isn't a fruit that I eat much at home. But it's very nice. It goes really well here with the potato pancake. It was very fluffy, kind of warm. The poppy on the top is probably more sugar than it is poppy seed. But it has that little bit of like poppy kind of savory, herbally flavor. Not herbally, just a poppy kind of flavor. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. And it's nice and warm and my hands are freezing.
That's interesting. That's like nothing I've really ever had before. It's just like a sweet jam, but like almost in a tortilla. It's kind of what it tastes like with a lot of sugar. Very sweet. Ooh, so we had a whirlwind of a day here in Bratislava. Lots of fun. I really enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, definitely recommend coming to this city. We had seen mixed things, but I thought it was very charming, very lovely. Oh, and yeah, just a wonderful spot to at least give a day to. Right.
And I think sometime in the future we look forward to traveling through more of Slovakia.
Yeah, definitely. So I don't know where we're going next time, but make sure you subscribe to see wherever we do end up. But we will see you then.